Todd's Carpet and Tile Cleaning, call or text 702-595-0488.
U.S. Marines assigned to Task Force Sapper supporting Joint Task Force Southern Border just completed operations of general engineering barrier reinforcements along the Mexican and U.S.-American southern border barrier. The military mission began on January 6th and recently wrapped up on June 11th. Task Force Sapper is comprised of 500 Marines and sailors from one Marine Expeditionary Force. Now let's hear from our servicemen and women who have been assigned with securing our southern territory.
Task Force Sapper's primary mission is conduct general engineering, and this particular stage of the mission is barrier reinforcement. There's an existing barrier, both a primary and a secondary barrier here on the Mexican-American border in San Diego. So there's roughly about 15 to 18 miles of this barrier, and we are conducting reinforcement with concertina wire, an obstacle that delays and disrupts any illegal activity and crossing.
Under the direction of the U.S. NORTHCOM, Joint Task Force Southern Border coordinates efforts to seal the border and deter illegal acts, while being responsible for full-scale agile and all-domain operations.
We've been placing concertina wire by welding the engineer stakes, the green E stakes, welding them onto the barrier, and then tying in the concertina wire on top of that. So before we got out here to place a secondary obstacle, illegal aliens were crossing the barrier by cutting segments at the bottom, as well as crossing over the top of it. The crossings over the top, as well as the crossings at the bottom, influenced the design of the barrier and showed us the need for some sort of obstacle towards the ground, as well as something closer to the top, but not something so close that they'd be able to easily maneuver over it.
Agents detained 8,725 migrants illegally crossing the southern border last month, marking a 93% dip from May 2024, when 117,905 were detected, according to internal data obtained by the New York Post.
The equipment that we're using, welding equipment, is not unfamiliar for most of our Marines who have the specialty. However, we don't have the depth of welders in the Marine Corps, frankly, that is required out here. So what we have done is gathered Marines who have experience from welding, Marines who have it as a specialty, and we have provided them OJT, on-the-job training, and we've provided them opportunities to learn how to weld.
U.S. Border Czar Tim Homan confirmed Tuesday that southern border numbers are at a record low.
What is new and unique here is that we are now applying it above the deck onto a structure that already exists versus on the ground using E-stakes and pounding them in. And so this is a permanent application of wire to the barrier. We cannot prevent all crossings with our obstacle. It has to be paired with the activities and mission that the Army is doing with their monitoring, detecting, and deterring of crossings, and the U.S. Border Patrol also doing the same thing.
Illegal southern border crossings have plummeted to a near halt since the start of U.S. President Donald J. Trump's second term. Reporting from Las Vegas and throwing it back to our studios in Pahrump, I'm Maria Centers for News 25.